Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. This is the truth behind the beef with Above the Law and what's that? How can we say Ice Cube and the Lynch Mob? That makes more sense. Now, when Ice Cube decided to shake the spot and go on over to the Lynch Mob, they basically used a gimmick. They didn't want to tell anybody they were splitting from N.W.A. What they were doing was just gonna put their album out, and basically the fans didn't have any idea Ice Cube had split from the group. And when he came out with the release, he's got on all black, with the head thing on his head. And people think N.W.A. just released Ice Cube album. And he's not with the group. He's not cool with it. It's not a good vibe. And it was like he pimped them to get out of there. And he knew it was going to be problems being on the West Coast. So he was on the East Coast recording most of these songs. And if you listen to the tracks, they're not like West Coast tracks at all. This is more of the behind the drums, everything. Some of the beats were like, it was all his old material. Like the story about the projects and how the story should go. All of those songs he had earlier in his career. And that's before he even joined N.W.A. So Sir Jinx and all them that they've been cool with, all of them from the West Coast, basically. But when they get to the East and they recording it and making their albums, they go into the new music seminar that they always have in New York, where people sit on the chairs, the press. The new music seminars where people will go to express themselves, have interviews with the media, press. It's a real professional thing, and they normally have rock musicians and jazz musicians and people who come there. It's a professional thing, and Above the Law was going to be there. They knew they weren't going to schedule the Lynch Mob and N.W.A. to be there at the new music seminar. And they knew this. N.W.A. planned this whole attack. So Above the Law is going to be there doing their thing. And they hadn't made vocal which way or which side they were going to go. Even though they were real cool and still signed to Ruthless Records. No one foreseen this being a problem when the schedule, and everything was done. And Above the Law had the best poker faces in the game because they seemed to care less about the Lynch Mob. Until they actually saw the Lynch Mob, they were face to face. And when they saw each other, it was like, boom, it was on. Next thing you know, they start making their way to the group, and in a chair, they picked up a chair, boom, hit one of the members from the Lynch Mob. He fell down, and then it became a slip and slide affair. So Ice Cube is out there. He trying to block chairs with his hand and knock them down. And man, the rest of the group is getting beat down. Beat down. Above the Law ain't playing. Chairs and tables is getting turned over to people, the press. Like, oh my God. Everybody's like moving out of the way and they don't know who's who. It's just a bunch of black people fighting for them. So this almost got rap completely banned from the new music seminar. But Cube is running out the way. He's running to the back. He ain't even trying to go help his boys. King's son, who was there, came up to aid Ice Cube and stepped to him. He was the only dude really that stepped up like, yo, what? Throwing the chair back, knocking chairs down, shoving dude. Boom, I'm like, King's son came and did that for him. Then he became cool with Ice Cube for that. Thanks, man. Good aid and assistance. Quick on your feet. But no, after Cube met up with King's son, he stole his song. Ice Cube eventually stole the song Wicked from him. So when he heard the song Wicked, like, wait a minute, ain't that my song? He flipped the words. Oh, man. Well, the thing was, he stole the concept of the song. And the concept of the song was Wicked, was about all of these things that were going on, and he's talking about all the things in towns, and he was like, I'm wicked with it. But it was like, the flow was wicked. That's what he was trying to talk about. I roll with such, now he wicked, and everybody, you know, it was a whole different thing the way he had it set up. And when Ice Cube did Wicked, it was based on the same premise of the concept. See, people don't understand when it comes to hip hop. If somebody be like, man, I helped wrote the song, he wrote the record. They collaborated on the record. When you make a record, what you're supposed to do is come up with the concept for the record. What's the story behind this record? And people don't get it. They just think, man, let's hit it, drop a verse. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Because they used to this, whatever this new style of rap is, where it don't have concept. It's just, yo, man, I met this chick the other day. She gave me an 8-ball and a 5th. I'm like, and that's a love song. Then you got the music where you don't know if it's rap or singing or nothing. Yeah, we gon' go to the bar and we gon' smoke. I'm like, what is that? But because of that, collaborations are completely different. So Cube and King's son were collaborating on an idea for Wicked. I got a plan, what is it? I got me a plan to break Tyson out of prison, run my way and get served. Still got a deuce that'll run you off the curb. Never heard, never chin, never seen with a happy grin. Ice Cube from Wicked. East Coast flow, all the way through it. And they was like, oh, well, Dale, the funky Homo sapien, wrote that song for Ice Cube. ABL, above the law, whooped their ass at the club. And ever since then, the lynch mob didn't really talk about it too much. They try to act like the incident never happened, because by acting like the incident didn't happen at that time, because there was no TMZ, there was no YouTube, none of that stuff. So the regular public would just hear about it and gossip until you had Rap Beat, The Source, people like that put it in the magazine. Then you knew, like, man, he got his ass beat. But when you know people who was like at the place and it's like, yeah, I was there, man, Q really did run. He got the hell up out of there. He was knocking them chairs out. He didn't even try to check on his boys, you know. King's son had to come up. You know, I got the whole people who was right there. Right there on the spot. So it's a lot of other stuff that went on too, dealing with Q, but that was it for that. I'm out. Oh yeah, and follow the playlist too. It's called The Truth Behind Hip Hop Beats. They got it in these cards. You can click it. It probably popped up already when you went to go see it or whatever. And just has a habit of doing that, which is cool. But you will have all these truth behind these hip hop beefs on there, and knock yourself out, enjoy yourself. And remember, we're not promoting the violence of the beef. Most of the beefs on here, most of these people squashed it. You know, they were cool. Very few on here that they still beefing. You know, we're just giving people a back view update of all this stuff that they probably knew or didn't know about. So when you send me the message like, I already knew that, I'm like, I'm sorry. I mean, it's for the majority of the people who don't. Some people don't even know who these artists are, but now they get proper, shine. So I'm out.